Hello everyone and welcome finally to our first ever pay-per-view here at MFW. It is Flashpoint. That is right, Flashpoint is going to set our universe, our multiverse into motion really. Titles will be decided, the face of both brands essentially being formed with the matches that take place here tonight. Thank you once again, everybody, for joining me. So happy to have you back here in Vancouver, Canada. We're going to be deciding quite a few titles, but we're going to kick off in part 1 of 3 with tag team action. Many of the participants in both singles and tag team competition you will see here tonight you've seen before, some you have not, but all of them earned their way into the title pictures over the past couple of episodes. Between our first ever episode of Warzone and our first ever episode of Fight Night. Making their way to the ring, two men who were successful via countout, so somewhat controversial getting into this matchup. No surprise there though, being accompanied to the ring by Red Skull, Crossbones and Taskmaster, representing Hydra. They faced off against S.H.I.E.L.D's Captain America and Winter Soldier, who were unfortunately unsuccessful in managing to topple their competition. That being said, Red Skull was also unsuccessful in attempting to win the status of Director of Fight Night from Nick Fury. So this is sort of a must-win situation for Hydra here, because should they lose, there's no guarantee they ever get another shot at those tag team titles with the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. essentially in control of Fight Night. So you have to imagine this is a big match for them, our opener here at Flashpoint for the Earth's Mightiest Tag Team Championships. That is the tag team title that you can attain as a member of the Fight Night roster. All our titles obviously debuting here tonight as well. You'll see them for the first time, as will these teams that are competing. Crossbones and Taskmaster, so intimidating and focused. We had to pick suitable opponents for them, of course. A team you've not yet seen, but many of you will have heard of by now. Luke Cage and Iron Fist, heroes for hire. Some may know them as members of the Defenders, if you're fans of the Netflix series. Accompanied to the ring, speaking of, by Jessica Jones to even out the odds here. Both teams have someone in their corner. This will not be a numbers game in that respect. Luke Cage and Iron Fist aiming to become the first ever Earth's Mightiest Tag Team Champions. They got some game competition here though in Crossbones and Taskmaster of Hydra. Promises to be an all-out brawl between these two teams. We mentioned how Captain America and Winter Soldier had that issue with not always having been on the same page, on the same side, despite starting out that way over the course of their history. As you see those Earth's Mightiest Tag Team Champions there being held up. Beautiful titles. Thank you for the Community Creations division, as well as our CAC title production division for polishing them up a little bit, making them unique to our brand. As we start off with, ooh, big headbutt. As we were saying, Captain America and Winter Soldier not always been on the same page. Been on opposite sides of the fence, so to speak, at points in their history. For Luke Cage and Iron Fist, the benefit is they've been friends as well as partners for some time. So there's not quite as much of a disadvantage on their part when it comes to a team that works together so well, like Crossbones and Taskmaster. Well, let's get back to the action here as things kick off. Those martial arts strikes, big back fist. Crossbones trying to fight back in this. You don't really want to go blow for blow with somebody like Iron Fist. Danny Rand, obviously a very accomplished martial artist. As we're seeing here, setting up for what looks like a fist drop. Lands it right across that masked face of Crossbones. See Jessica Jones there in the bottom right cheering on Danny Rand and Luke Cage. Some will know there's a history with Jessica Jones and Luke Cage as well. Won't go into detail on that, but safe to say, gotta feel better about having somebody with that kind of strength in your corner, especially when you're dealing with a team that might attempt to subvert the rules. Crossbones dragging Iron Fist into the corner here. So far, they've been very good about isolating Danny Rand away from his team. As we say that, he's already gotten into his corner. But here we go, exactly what we were talking about. Getting him away from Luke Cage. Luke Cage, obviously the powerhouse of the duo. If you want to avoid him becoming a factor in the match, you isolate Danny Rand from his corner. Keep him from making that tag. Oh, what's this? Oh, come on. I know we're a little lenient here, ref, given all the individuals in MFW, but you got to disqualify it. At the very least, eject. Oh, come on. Triple powerbomb. Red Skull out of the ring now, but ref gonna let this continue. I mean, we need to decide tag team champions here tonight. Not like this. Well, the controversial endings do not stop for Hydra. We saw them win their qualifier by countout, and now big triple powerbomb, including the assistance of Red Skull. Crossbones picks up the pin. Luke Cage didn't even get the tag into this match. You gotta think he's furious. Why he didn't get in the ring. Perhaps he thought the referee was going to disqualify them. Was surprised when they didn't. Wasn't able to adjust in time and break up the pinfall. But your new tag team champions, Crossbones and Taskmaster. Well, I mean, the ref's decision is final. You have your champions there. They will be the Earth's Mightiest tag team champions moving forward. But you have to imagine director of Fight Night Nick Fury is going to have something to say about that. And I will not be surprised if there are some consequences moving forward on the very next episode of Fight Night. But that's the future. Let's keep it moving with the present as our second matchup for the card. Another tag team match. Another tag team title match. This one for our Warzone brand. We've seen them qualify in the very first matchup from our very first episode of Warzone. Members of a very well-known faction to many of our viewers out there. Accompanied to the ring by Red Robin, Beast Boy, and Cyborg of the Teen Titans will be competing for the world's finest tag team champions. That's right, our world's finest tag team titles are the Warzone branded tag team championships. We've seen our Earth's Mightiest for Fight Night already decided. Can the Teen Titans do the same as those who qualified for the Earth's Mightiest tag team titles, Crossbones and Taskmaster, in capitalizing on the momentum of their initial victory and picking up another huge win here tonight for the titles? But they'll have to go up against a team that has not featured yet, but is being put in front of them as their challenge. A more experienced team, a team that has been working together for quite some time now. It should be a hell of a match, a very even match. Accompanied to the ring by their field leader, Scott Summers, aka Cyclops. It is going to be Bobby Drake and Hank McCoy, aka Iceman and Beast of X-Men First Class. When we talk about experience, obviously there may be very few teams that we can even think of that have quite as much experience as the X-Men, especially the First Class incarnation, going back so many years now. But the Teen Titans are no pushovers. They may be young. They may have that youthful inexperience in many ways, but they're more experienced than they appear. They know each other very well. They team together very well. And they've also got that vigor of youth. Got a lot of energy to burn. It'll be no surprise if they manage to keep the X-Men on their toes. Looking confident, these three, as they make their way into the ring. Thank you once again for joining us here at Flashpoint on MFW. All you loyal MFers, we're going to have to keep that name because I can't think of a better one. It's starting to grow on me. And remember, you can always drop us comments on some of these matches, who you want to see facing off, who some of the challengers you'd like to see for these titles being decided tonight could be moving forward. Remember to hit those likes if you're enjoying these videos. And remember to hit that notification bell if you subscribe so that you can get alerts when the new episodes come out so you don't miss anything. Speaking of which, here is the world's finest tag team titles you don't want to miss. Beautiful belts. Cyclops, you might want to get out of the ring. You're not participating in this matchup. Getting a little overeager. You have to... We apologize for him. We'll get him out of the ring there. Seems like Beast Boy and Cyborg are ready to go. They're confident. They believe they have this one in hand. Let's see if that proves to be true. Cyclops popping into existence there for a second. Oh, Hurricane Run to start things off. By no means starting off slow. Now pushing him into their corner. Talked about that strategy of isolating your opponent in your corner. Demonstrating that as we speak. I'm not pushing him into the other corner, just sort of bodying Beast Boy here, just showing off a difference in strength perhaps. Referee getting in between them though. Ooh, now Beast Boy planning him. And now we're seeing a feeling out stage. We started off with a big move, but now they're both sort of trying to get a feel for each other. These teams obviously have never faced one another before. Had not had the opportunity to do so. So no surprise they would make a display here of trying to figure each other out. Suss out the various skills, strengths, weaknesses of their opponents. So far, Beast Boy seems to be in control. Following Iceman's early initiative. Oh, big Enziguri, and now things start to pick up. These two trading strikes. Ooh, kick to the thigh it looked like. Oh, wait a minute here. Doing a flip into a rolling cutter. Impressive maneuver there from Beast Boy. The powerhouses of both teams on the outside. Jumping flatliner. Cyborg and Beast waiting for their moment to get tagged in here. Oh, big right hand takes Iceman off the apron. Got a packed arena for our very first pay-per-view. Moving forward, Flashpoint will be the point where everything changes. Big tag made here as Beast gets in. That's why we called it that. It will reform our multiverse in more ways than one each year. Obviously, time in the multiverse moves a little differently, so that year will not take as long as it would for our calendar year, as you've already probably figured out. Oh, kick! Cyborg taking advantage of Beast not really being acclimated to the whole tag team rules idea. Big leg drop bulldog there, that famouser. But that was a big crucial mistake there. It was Beast getting up on that turnbuckle in enemy territory. Ill-advised, but that is going to be something that a lot of our competitors have to adjust to, is in-ring competition versus a more typical all-in-out fight that they're used to. As we were saying, moving forward, each got tangled in the ropes there. Each MFW calendar year, we'll say, Flashpoint will be our shake-up, our big change every year. Every season, let's put it that way. Every season. Ooh! Shapeshifter! Hit him in the corner. He's in his own corner here. That's vital. Only a 2 count, but if Iceman had to come in and break that up, he would have had to get across the ring to break that one up. That was a smart move, hitting that finisher in his territory. However, Beast has only been in this match for so long, hasn't taken as much damage as Iceman. Ooh! Gorilla press into a moonsault. Hasn't taken as much damage, therefore was not a 3 count. Got him in his team's corner here. Dropping him with a brainbuster now. Iceman in the corner. Frog splash. Reversing the rolls a bit. Able to do that though, as they work together so well. Broken up by Cyborg. Beast tossing him out of the ring, and now Iceman getting a little cocky here. I would probably attempt to go for the pin here or try to take advantage, but perhaps a little overconfident. Beast Boy now attempting a sort of a triangle choke, a wrap up here in the ropes. A unique submission offense, so to speak. Only can keep that going for a few seconds though before you have to break it. Ooh! Running Enziguri off the ropes. A little return, a receipt from earlier. Ooh! Busted open. That flying forearm busting open Beast Boy there. Ooh! I didn't think it was possible to bust somebody open twice, but he did. Now the referee unfortunately taken out, it looks like it. Cyborg breaking up that pin with that elbow, but had to attempt to leap over the referee in the process. Didn't quite make it. Took out the referee. Oh! Kind of a mushroom stomp there on the chest. As now Beast Boy is left alone. Now it seems Iceman's been busted open. Not sure when that happened. Maybe when he went for that sliding knee, caught him somehow. Both men bleeding regardless. Not sure how it happened. But now the tag here is made, and now we're seeing the proper order of things here. Brainbuster. And now the frog splash from Beast, one of his big moves. Can he get the pin off it? 1, 2. Oh, 2.9, just so close. Almost a 3 count. Cyborg not a factor as he's taken out at the moment. That could have been their pivotal win right there. Not able to put him away though. Beast Boy having to fight this one alone at the moment. Doing everything he can. And now Cyborg back on the apron. Quick pin off the Famouser. Will it be enough? Only a 2 count. Drop kick into the shoulder, it looked like. Now Beast Boy setting up against Beast here. And another shapeshifter. Could this be it? 1, 2. Oh, Beast kicks out on his own merit. Iceman getting in to interfere, but he was just planted with that elevated flatliner. More of a jumping flatliner, excuse me. Tag made. Smart move here. Iceman taken out of the picture. Cyborg very much the fresher individual in this team. Finally getting into this matchup. The two powerhouses of these teams. And with Iceman currently out of the equation, gives him some leeway to work over, if possible, Beast, which at the moment is not looking like it's going to be the case. Oof! Big forearm breaking out of that arm lock. What are we seeing here, though? Oh, he's going to send him across the ring. Right into the middle rope. Rope across the chest and throat. Oh, looked like he was going for a bear hug, maybe? Beast with those elbows fighting out of it. Iceman back on the apron. And now another slingshot, sending him across the ring for a second time. Relentlessly working over. Oh, and a toss. The raw power of Beast. But, oh man, just as much power from Cyborg. Plants him with that huge spine buster. The difference between Cyborg and Beast would have to be, there we go, that's a perfect example of it. The athleticism, the acrobatics, the agility of a Beast. Both weigh considerably more than their partners, both strong. Oh, come on, not this guy. Wait, what is going on? Red Robin just seems to be miming it here. He has no telekinesis, and power dampers are still on, but oh, good God. Cyborg powerbombing him, but I mean, there's nothing illegal about it. Red Robin didn't touch him. Beast Boy didn't even enter the ring. I'm not sure what just happened. That's it. You've got new tag team champions. Teen Titans are your world's finest tag team champions. I have no idea what that was. We tried to see it from a different angle here, and it just looked like Red Robin got really excited. There was a little twisting of the ribs there for Beast. But I mean, I see no foul play. Nobody from outside the ring touched the opponent. I'm at a loss, people. I'm at a loss. This is the first, but yes, Roman Empire is at a loss for words. No idea what just happened there. But we'll take it. We'll take it. It's the kind of thing you can see here on MFW. But we got new world's finest tag team champions. Congratulations to the Teen Titans. A win is a win, even if it comes in a very strange manner. These two walking away with the gold. And we have one more match before we wrap up part 1 of Flashpoint. Let's kick things over to the women's division now. You've seen enough of the boys. You have seen both these women earn their way into this matchup from Warzone. One in singles action against Wonder Woman, and the other against 7 other women in an 8-woman over-the-top rope battle royal. The first making her way to the ring after defeating one of DC's finest, Captain Marvel. Carol Danvers looking to stake her claim over the Multiversal Women's Championship. One of these two women will be the first ever. And she faces off against a fellow Avengers teammate, part of the Avengers stable on Warzone. It's difficult to say who the favorite is in this matchup. Both big-time powerhouses, both with a lot to put forward in this match. Equal potential to become major champions. You gotta think, even if one of them falls short, which they will, inevitably, there can only be one winner. But if one falls short and cannot claim the title, you still have to think either of these women is a future champion. Both women very much deserving, but only one can be the first ever Multiversal Women's Champion. And her opponent now making her way to the ring, Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, had an impressive performance in that over-the-top rope battle royal. It came down to her and Power Girl in the final goings of that matchup. Looked like Power Girl had things well in hand, but after fighting back, eventually She-Hulk basically power slamming her over the top rope, tossing her clean out of the ring for a big win, and earning her way into this matchup to face Captain Marvel. I would be hard-pressed to pick a favorite in this matchup. These two obviously friends as well. So we've said it before about other competitors usually in a tag team setting, but they know each other so well. It'll be very interesting to see that you get that Multiversal Women's Championship making its debut. It'll be interesting to see how that comes into play, if they know each other so well that they find it difficult, or if it makes it easier for them to exploit the weaknesses or tactics of the other. Let's ring that bell and kick this off. There we go. Oof! Big toss by the hair. Starting off with a power move here, no surprise. She-Hulk looking to take control early and maintain it. Big stomp to the back of the head. Wrapping her up. Now once she's got her grounded, attempting to slow her down, work her over. Good strategy for somebody who uses high-flying moves like the Shooting Star, which is one of her finishes. Ooh! Hopped over the ropes and delivered that big kick to the face. Followed up by a Bulldog. And things turn on a dime just like that. Now Marvel in control, going for a quick pin. Not even a 1 count. No expectation of much there. Going for another quick pin. 1. Oh, rolls her up. 1. And another roll up. 2 count. Going back and forth here. 2 count for She-Hulk. So close. No, and it's turned over. Battle of pins there. Big respect from the audience on that one. Cheering the efforts of these two. We talked about knowing each other so well. That's proof right there, in my opinion. Going back and forth so steadily, nearly having each other's number. Oh, wow! Look at the raw strength just lifting her off the ground by that leg. But She-Hulk powers up! Battering away at the top of the head. Impressive displays on both women's parts here. That rolling clothesline, though, setting her up. We could see the Shooting Star Press right here. Lands it! This could be it! Ref in for the pin. 2. Only a 2. Captain Marvel surprised how quickly she managed to kick out of that. I think anybody would be surprised. Looked like she might have had that one finished, but of course we're talking about She-Hulk here. No easy victory when you're facing off against Jennifer Walters. Big drop kick to the spine there. Ooh, slap across the face. Disrespectful. Trying to provoke her, perhaps use her anger against her. Oh, the knees come up. Looked like she was going for a moonsault. Caught the knees in the gut. It looked like it just made her angrier. Ironically enough, She-Hulk not the one getting enraged by that exchange. Struggling to get back into this matchup, though, is Jennifer Walters. Oh, wait a minute, though. This could be it. Seen this move before. Setting her up. Oh, looked like she tried to reverse it. Didn't quite make it. Got her by the belt. Gamma bomb. Got the pin. Ref getting into position. 1, 2. Only a 2. She-Hulk apparently not as frustrated as her opponent was with the finisher failing to get more than a 2 count. Oh, another stomp. Right to the back of the head. Big clothesline. A back body drop. And now a spine buster. She-Hulk seems to be dominating at this point in the matchup. Off the shoulder. Face first. Looks like going for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, only about 2.5, maybe a little more. Very close to a win there. It looks like She-Hulk's trying to figure out, what do I have to do to put away Carol Danvers here. Looks like she's deciding on setting up for another Gamma Bomb, attempting to end this. Up she goes. Oh, reversal. Sunset flip. She's in for the pin. Referee in position. 1, 2. Oh, reversed. 1, 2. Broken up. We talked about how well they know each other and whether or not that would become a factor. And it very clearly had. Oh, referee taken out in the process. Clothesline took out She-Hulk, but it took out the referee in the process. Nobody to officiate this match at the moment. All Carol Danvers can do is attempt to keep working over She-Hulk while the ref is down, but she has to maintain control. Going in for, could see it, Air Force. The referee's waking up. This could be the perfect moment. She's in for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, it's only a 2. 2.5. Denver's starting to get frustrated here. Incredibly close. Looked like the perfect opportunity. And oh, now we're paying those slaps from earlier. Oh, sitting on the chest. Suddenly things have shifted completely. Danvers trying to change that though. Captain Marvel fighting back. Hurricane Rana. Looked like she was going to run into the ropes. Referee was in the way, changed her direction. Going for a top rope move here. Could she be thinking otherwise? She took that knees to the gut on the second attempt of a top rope maneuver, that moonsault. Might be thinking twice about attempting this. Oh! Elbow drop to the spine, borrowing a little trick out of the books of Superman and Catwoman. Both attempted something like that. However, they followed up on a outside superplex, so she knows better than to try and use that as the win. Sunset flip powerbomb. Big maneuver, this could be it. Going for the pin. Referee in position. 1, 2, only a 2. Huge maneuver there though. Sunset flip, lifting her and hoisting her in that sit-out powerbomb just displays the kind of deceptive power she has at her disposal. Oh, sit-out powerbomb. Went for another Hurricane Rana, got reversed. Paid for it, big time. This could be a turning point in this match. She-Hulk needs to capitalize on it. Oh, kick to the stomach, right onto the shoulders. Into the gut. Going for the pin, no surprise there. I would too. 1, 2. Oh, so close. 2.5. Both of these women showing so much resiliency. Kicking out of just so much punishment. Oh, now She-Hulk going top. Don't see this too often, but she's going for a top rope move here. Oh, went for the elbow and missed. Not her most comfortable wheelhouse, and it paid off for Captain Marvel here. Took advantage, dodging to the side, and now it's She-Hulk the one who's playing catch-up. Things spilling onto the outside here. Of course, though, it has to be decided in the ring by pinfall or submission in order to win that first ever Multiversal Women's Championship. A count out or disqualification will not present either of these women with the title. Oh, the knees up, went for the shooting star, went to finish this. Knees up, and She-Hulk, oh, paying for not capitalizing. Oh, another Air Force slam. 1, 2, 3, and that's your win. Captain Marvel is the first ever Multiversal Women's Championship, and you gotta think what it boils down to was the first big mistake made by one of these two women, and that was She-Hulk. She had advantage. She put her knees up on that shooting star. Could have taken advantage. Took a little too much time to gloat, excuse me. And it did not pay off for her in that moment. Taking that extra time, getting overconfident, allowed Captain Marvel to hit a second one of these Air Force slams. The first one, obviously, here we thought was over as the ref was coming to. Only a 2 count, though. As you see there, not quite getting the 3 count. That big sunset flip powerbomb as well, we thought might have been it. Both of these women kicking out of so much. But She-Hulk made a crucial mistake. Captain Marvel took advantage, and we have a new Multiversal Women's Champion. Congratulations to Carol Danvers on her big win. Can't wait to see what these women's division starts to look like moving forward with her as champion on Warzone. But that is not all we have for you. It is all we have for you tonight, though. Part 1 of Flashpoint is finished. Thank you so much again for joining us. I am your commentator, host, MC, What You Will, Roman Empire. Come back again next time for part 2 of 3 in our Flashpoint pay-per-view. More titles to be decided. The face of MFW changes again, moving forward. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell.